Yesterday being expiry day, market has been very choppy. So Nifty traded between a range of about 140 points, wherein Bank Nifty was trading at around 550 points range. So let's see how it goes today. So yesterday was a expiry day. Of course, the volatility was expected, being a monthly expiry, not a weekly one. So it's a big day for markets yesterday. And if you look at the analysis that we've been doing over the last 2 days, so it has traded within the range that we had anticipated or planned a couple of days back. So Bank Nifty we had predicted will trade between 24,000 and 25,000, and it was not expected to go or close below 24,000. Looking at the open interest data, and Nifty was to the tune of 11,700 to 11,900. So it stayed between that, though intraday basis it had gone down, but that's expected. But when it comes to closing, so it closed above those levels only. So welcome friends, this is Asim from Bulls and Beer, and today we are going to talk about again Nifty, Bank Nifty, some of the things that my observations around what is the best stocks to trade today and what are the critical levels that we need to keep in mind for our trading. So today I'm going to basically refine a bit on our discussion so that it covers a little bit of what should be our buy price, what should be stop loss, what should be sell price, how much time horizon, and also what is the risk reward, let's say, in that particular trade. So I'm trying to focus on analyzing few stocks wherein the risk reward is at least 1:3. So hope you will also analyze with me on these and share your comments and observations and your findings with me. Right, let's get started. So starting with the Nifty, so I'm just going on to Nifty's chart for yesterday to analyze. So if you see, we had seen that this was a trend, line which was a last swing low of 11,670. However, on an intraday basis, it went down, it gone down, and it gone down to the levels of 600, but then it took a support from there and closed at the same levels. However, I'm not really 100% convinced about this Nifty chart at the moment, right, on a daily basis. But yeah, it may just give a bit of retracement before it just restart its downtrend. I'm expecting it to go down at the moment, but a slight bounce back may be a possibility. And reason for that is if I look at the daily chart, hourly chart, and this is now our hourly chart. If you see, this is a channel that it was trading for last few days. So this channel was 12,000 to kind of 10,000, 11,670 levels. So it opened below that, tried to go up, took a resistance at yesterday's and day for yesterday's low points, and then again started selling from there. So that means that sellers are aggressive at that level of 11,720 to 11,750 levels. So this becomes a very crucial point for markets to go up. But if market is not able to sustain that and it starts selling further, looking at taking the global cues, so then it will basically get into a next channel, which is this channel is broken, and then this is the next channel that we are going to be in, this channel. So maybe to start with is probably here. So if this breaks down, this channel breaks down, so I'm expecting a fall of 300 points on Nifty at least, and that can happen in coming week itself if it is not able to sustain that levels. So but having said that, there is one other observation that I have is that Nifty is on an hourly chart. Nifty is making a RSI divergence, right? So this RSI divergence is wherein your Nifty was at higher level, it is falling, it created a new low, wherein the RSI did not really made a new low, it made a high. In fact, the lows on RSI is high. So this is called divergence, but alone this doesn't really help until unless it really closes above this level of 11,740, which we can say Thursday's high, right? So if it closes above on a hourly candle basis, if it closes above 11,740, then yes, it can give a boost of about 140 points, which can take it to the levels of 11,880 or 11,900 maybe, right? So that's one thing to keep in mind, and then maybe from there again it sees here start falling again. So, and on the other side also, if you look at it, so it is making now a lower, this is a high, this low, then lower high, then lower low, then lower high, and then lower low. So it's kind of trend change is being seen, wherein instead of Nifty making higher highs and higher lows, it started making lower highs and lower lows, which says that maybe in a intermittent time frame Nifty has turned to a downtrend. All right, so enough about Nifty. Let's go to NSE, Nifty Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty chart, this is hourly. Let's go to daily first. So on daily chart, again, if we look at it, this is a kind of, we see more red candles rather than green candles at the top. And then this is a kind of, spinning top or, dodgy candle. So this dodgy candle doesn't really suggest anything but indecisiveness. So indecisiveness is, you can't really, looks like buyers and sellers are confused at this level. And this was naturally so that because this is a kind of breakout where Bank Nifty took a breakout. So the important thing to note is going to be, let's say, whether Bank Nifty is able to sustain above 24,000 levels or it's going to go down. So let's now go to the hourly chart for a little bit detailed study of it, how it is behaving. So if you see again the similar kind of channel here we see on Bank Nifty as well. So wherein the Bank Nifty one channel was 24,800 to 23,900, 24,000 kind of levels. And then if Bank Nifty leaves this channel, so it will of course start trading below. So then the next channel will be, then top is 24,000 and 23,000 being, so 1,000 points of next channel. So that's important to see 24,000. So 3-4% downfall is expected in Bank Nifty as well if it fails to sustain 24,000, 23,900 kind of levels on a closing basis on hourly charts. So, but yeah, on daily, if it is failed to do so, then it becomes even more serious, wherein 23 is coming here as well. If you see, this is the line of 23,000, which has multiple resistances earlier, and now it becomes multiple support levels, right? So the interesting one is Reliance. Let's go to Reliance. So Reliance, if we see after having a spat, wonderful rally, so it is kind of now consolidating for quite some time. It tried to break out but couldn't really sustain that, and since then it's been consolidating. But the whole October month it kind of came down from 2300 level to 2000 levels. 2000 was a psychological number and a good support for a Reliance. So yeah, it took a support there, and this green candle can say that yes, if yesterday Reliance was not supporting the market, so market would have fallen even further, because 1% Reliance support itself is about, it's a heavy weight in the index, so more than 15% weightage. So keeping that in mind, so looks like Reliance may help Nifty, may give a bit of support to Nifty and help it sustain some levels. But let's see. But if Reliance is not able to sustain, and if it again starts falling and closes below this green candle's low of Thursday, which is 1997, decisively on closing basis, then Reliance can have a good fall, as we've been talking earlier as well. So 10 to 15% fall, and that fall itself can lead Nifty much lower levels. So on an hourly basis, let's say if we see for how is Reliance looking, Reliance is showing some strength on hourly basis, so maybe it's ready for a retracement. If you see this, RSI divergence is being seen here on hourly chart, wherein Reliance has made new lows, wherein the RSI has made higher lows. So that's a good signal for Reliance, and maybe for Nifty as well, being Reliance being heavyweight. So I'm expecting Reliance to basically give us a good boost till next level, and how do we trade it is basically, let's say, the target that we can expect. If it is, so first thing first is that Reliance need to hold above 20, 57, 2060, maybe 2060, and if it's able to sustain above that, so Reliance can give us 60 to 70 rupees jump in price, right? And that will take it to the levels of these next natural resistance level. So that is important to note. So this gives us a good risk reward when, let's say, if let's say it closes above 2060 today, we can simply take a stop loss of 20 points and target of 2120, which is 60 rupees. So 1:3 is risk reward, but subject to the Reliance closes above 2060 levels. So that's how I would trade this basis this analysis. Another thing that we want to kind of now talk about is some of the buy ideas that I could find out from my analysis. And before we really talk about those new fresh buy ideas, let's talk about some of the ideas that we have shared on last couple of videos. So in last couple of videos we have shared Elcom Laboratories, we have shared Deepak Nitride, we had shared Philips Carbon, we had shared Avenue, which is DMart, and Fortis Healthcare. These all on the buy side, and Hindalco and Tata Steel on the sell side. So if we look at yesterday's that we had discussed was DMart, which is Avenue Supermart, and Fortis Healthcare. So despite market being down, so both Avenue Supermart and Fortis Healthcare were able to keep some of the gains, let's say, and they were both closed positively. So that's part of stocks, that how you can relate. So if still someone has to kind of take a bet on it, so maybe the stop loss has gone a little bit on a higher side now, but yeah, that's what it is. A very good pattern that I can see. Again, a very good RSI divergence basis that it was that's what the analysis we did yesterday. And this is RSI divergence, a very powerful tool with the success rate of approximately 70-75%. And then Fortis Healthcare, if you look at it, so see, this is a kind of still markets were lower, but Fortis could sustain, and it was higher. So Hindalco did, of course we would have been much happier if it would have fallen much, but still it gave a 1.3% downfall. So with the market, so that is also success. Basis charts, nothing about me, it's all about charts. This is all data that speaks rather than me. I'm just reading out the charts. So Tata Steel's, so it also not really very big, but 0.5% cut on Tata Steel as well. So all four has worked well for yesterday. Day for yesterday was Elcom, is still holding around the same levels wherein we had suggested buys around, or I in fact bought Elcom. So it's again the same levels despite market has really come down from 11,900 to 11,700 or even 600 levels. Philips Carbon has not done well, so it has come down. but still our stop loss is at 137. So let's hope for that, and that's on a closing basis. Deepak Nitrate, it is again at around the same levels of what we had recommended. So it had gone up about 2%, came down yesterday 2%. So far so good on that levels. And let's observe. Yesterday I scanned about 500 charts again, so to find only few which is really meeting that risk reward metric of 1:3 or so on a buying side. So this is one chart which is Lnt Infotech. So if you see this chart of Lnt Infotech, this is really beautiful chart that we see, making all higher highs and higher lows, and then this breakout happened here at 2750 levels, and from that level, when the breakout happened, then the profit booking started, and naturally, so this now there's a very important thing happening here, that the retracement from this 2380 levels where this whole rally started until the top where it is made at 330. So it has retraced about 50% of the gain overall rally. And now if you see here, so looks like buyers are coming back. So if buyers are coming back here, so that's interesting, just give me a second. So this is a good signal that yes, the whatever is profit booking people were expecting to do is here, and we are just following a trend following method here. So following that trend, I would recommend, if I were to buy it, I would buy it at this levels here, 2930 levels, with a stop loss of the day low, not day low, day open, maybe 2880 levels kind of, or 2879, and I'll just hold it for a 3100 target and 3300 target. So that easily gives us that gives us a kind of risk of 50 rupees and a profitability of 170 to 300 rupees. So which easily is 1:3 plus or 1:8 kind of a target, which is probably good. And the success rate of the pattern that we are playing out here is engulfing. It's a candlestick pattern, is very high, to the tune of about 60-65%. Alright, so that is on Lnt Infotech, and the next chart that we would want to kind of talk about is Oberoi Realty. So Oberoi Realty is again a similar kind of pattern. Let's say if you see here, so Oberoi Realty was kind of trading in this zone, and then it broke out with that big green candle, and then it started profit booking started from there. So the breakout level, again it tested the breakout level, which is the best level to get into, and this is a very big beautiful pattern that is developing here. So basis this pattern, however, the stop loss is going to be a little bit 437 kind of levels, with the buying at 450, target of 480. So again maybe on a direct absolute amount basis, this is about 11 rupees of a stop loss, with a target expectancy of about 30-35 rupees. So again 1:3. So time frame for this and LNT is again these are breakouts, so and supported with the candlestick. So it's not only one particular pattern that we are trading. It's basically we are combining the best stocks which is uptrend, and they are kind of broken out. Now we are retracing, we are capturing them at the very right point with the high. So at least I'm expecting this, but if we start going, considering some breakout, it can be hold for long term. But the first is basically that 485 levels. Alright, so next we are going to talk about, let's say, I had looked at this Indigo as well, but that was looking good to me, but I didn't want to kind of trade on it. Reason being that the risk reward is not in our favor. So risk reward is very high, wherein we are not having good risk, and we are not having good reward, but the risk is on a higher side. So 1:1 is not what we want to trade. So I'll give a pass to Indigo, and Power Grid is one stock that is that I see that opportunity to sell. And if you were to kind of sell Power Grid, this is what it is. Let's say this is a beautiful swing high. So it's kind of consolidating. It's a beautiful swing. Then it started taking some profit booking. Yesterday tried to again go up, but again sellers came in, so made this, again not so bullish but a bearish kind of candle. And at the top, if this candle is coming at the top, following a red candle, so of course not really very good candle to look at. So we can sell this with a stop loss of 174, 175, and then target expectancy is again to the tune of 160 to 155, 156 levels. So again, a good risk reward ratio of 1:3 plus. So hope you like this. Any questions, anything that you want me to take up in my analysis, I'll be more than happy to help on that. And if you can leave your comments, observation, if you like the content and analysis, please do subscribe and share it to your friends. Anyone who's interested in learning stock market technical analysis, I'm planning to start a course, as I mentioned in my earlier video. And if you're looking to basically see my earlier videos, please go back to the videos that I made, and I'll put that link in my end of the video. So far this is for today. So happy investing and see you tomorrow.